Alright. I rolled a 2. I got a I got a rock. I got a rock. It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. Yes, just shared a link with I just felt my pocket vibrate. Alrighty then. Let's see. Boop. And then gotcha. Uh I felt blind as a bat because when I walked in, I didn't notice the big old hole in the glass. Yeah, that. I didn't notice that at first. but
What is?
so here's the story.
Is that
It's a
It's the
hole.
front door of our store.
Yeah, it's the front
is it
door.
a bullet hole?
No, it was a rock, and I think I found it earlier. It was like a chunk of asphalt that somebody had pulled from one of the trees. Don't ask the specifics. Jacob pulled up the camera footage, and when we saw it, it was these two girls that had pulled up in the dead of night. Everyone had gone home, and they were just acting a little sus. Next thing you know, one of them picks up a rock from the tree planter that's nearby, and then you just see them book it. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
Ah, damn, gotta love it.
Oh gosh.
I was expecting a throw, but at least that wasn't a throw.
Part of me feels like it was a throw, but on the same token, it's like it was just two people being stupid. And
Yeah.
End of the day, it was just two people being stupid.
Did anyone report it? Because it's,
I think
damaged property.
Jacob filed the report. So that's where that is, I think. And then we're just waiting on we're just gonna be waiting on. We're waiting on a lot of repairs now.
Oh, yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
kids, rocks were the first weapon. Don't play with them.
Remember, our
So
ancestors.
it is okay.
Our ancestors
Wait, go
used
on.
rock. Our ancestors used rocks to hunt.
They killed
Good.
mammoths with sticks and stones.
It's okay to play with fire. I'm kidding. No.
Gosh, we are live. Why are you saying that?
Why wouldn't he say it?
I'm chat.
Funny.
I'm
He
chat.
is chat. He's getting in his character element right now. Anyways, let's get a move on before we lose to Keeney in an hour and a half.
Or not. All right, ready. I just pulled everything up.
Alrighty.
Sorry, Billy.
Were you saying something, Takini?
Oh, I'm saying I'm back.
Oh, I didn't even know you left. Or you probably did, or and I just completely forgot because I got sidetracked by a million other things.
10 million things later.
1 billion side quests later.
Where's that cat? I'm kidding.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Sleeping by Ren's side.
I was
The
saying
cat
it more
is-
as a pun or a joke after the
Yeah.
5 million years later.
5 million years later.
Very curious what's gonna happen. I'm like, Did the thing come out of its wrapping and touch me direct skin to skin contact, and that's why my dreams are gonna. We'll see.
It's like the amulet has gone full Super Saiyan. It has torn through the
It
fabric.
teleports.
It is now touching your bare skin, just filling you with
There's just a
nightmares.
hole in the wall. It's like it's in Zeno's hand, and there's just a hole in the wall.
Well, that actually would be terrifying the more I think about it.
That would-
It's turning
Zena's bloody hand.
from it's going from comedic to absolute horror in like 5 seconds flat.
Exactly.
In my mind, I was picturing the amulet flying through the wall and going into his hand, not him punching the wall.
Yeah,
No.
as a reminder, I like set traps and stuff by the door. I'm assuming it's just if someone else ends up with it, it just like teleports off me. I don't know. So
Or
fluffy.
does it?
Or does it?
Who
Like a
knows?
mysterious artifact.
It's a mysterious artifact that seems to have a mind of its own.
Oh, it very much does, and that's kind of why the guild wants it.
Alrighty. Shall we then, Madam Storyteller?
We shall. You all lay your heads down to sleep. You think that there will be no more nightmares tonight. You've made all the preparations. The amulet is completely covered. You set booby traps to prevent others from coming in and to alert you if they somehow do. And you find peace in everything you did to prepare. You fall into a slumber. And you are all just drifting into abyss. See. You hear screams. You're disoriented at the moment, trying to figure out where the scream is coming from. But you realize you're back to that day. You hear your father saying, "No. Not again. Can't lose someone else again." You still don't understand why. You hear your mother's cries. And it's just this heart-wrenching cry that it just pierces you in the heart. Again, you don't know why they're reacting this way. What did you do to deserve this? What did you do to get this reaction? As far as you know, you were just existing, being the happy little girl you've always were. The scene shifts to a few years ahead. And you find yourself in the alley. You are begging for food, coinage, clothes, anything to help as you're struggling to survive. A woman takes you in. And in the back of your mind, you know where this is heading, but you can't stop what's coming. She feeds you, she clothes you, she gives you a warm place to sleep. But it's all a lie. Her smile, her positive demeanor is all a lie. As you're watching the scene unfold in front of you in your mind, you're screaming for you to run, to get away. But it's too late. Next thing you know, you are in what seems to be a cell. You're surrounded by other little girls around you. The smell in the air is rancid, reeks of vomit and gross body odor. And along with the smell of blood, the cries of little girls around you pierce your ears again once more. They're all begging for their mothers, for their fathers, for their older sisters and brothers. They want to go home. They want to go home. And so do you. You want to be back in your father's warm arms, your mother's loving embrace. You want to get out of this hellhole that you have found yourself in, where you realize that you are a slave. Lost a word for it. You've been captured by slavers, human traffickers. As days go on in this dream, you feel the pit of hunger gnawing at you. You feel dehydration in your throat as you begin to be very parched. You'd do anything for a sip of water. Anything. And then a light is shown in the room for the first time in days. You are blinded at first, and then you recognize the woman coming in with a man. This man, you don't know him, but the way he carries himself, the way he is looking at you, it's like a predator on the hunt. He sizes all the girls around you up and down. When his eyes land on you, and his face, his smile turns wicked as he points to you and hands payment to the woman. You have never feared for your life more than you did in this moment. You've heard stories of kidnapped girls being sold off and the horrors that have been bestowed upon them. And you know you don't want this fate for yourself either. What you thought was going to be a kind gesture in the very beginning has turned into one of your worst nightmares. You don't know exactly what this man's going to do to you. But you know, it's definitely not going to be pleasant. In your weakened state, you do not have the energy to fight as you're being dragged behind and thrown into a carriage. And the scene shifts again. And you are in this confined space. There's a chair and a poor excuse of a bed in the corner, along with a very dirty wash basin. You see blood on the floor, and you look down and realize it's your own. You feel very weak and sore in places you do not want to be sore in. This is hell on earth. As you look at the tray of food in front of you, you keep the spoon. And you just start grinding it down. You're tired of being pushed around. This is not the life you envisioned for yourself. And you sure as hell is not gonna live like this for the rest of your life. The scene shifts again. And the man that bought you is on the ground bloodied. The spoon that you sharpened is now lodged in his skull as you were standing over laughing maniacally. The firelight casting a shadow in your face, creating the glow. This is where it all starts. You run and you somehow manage to escape. You don't know how, but you find yourself in a forest. It's so peaceful here, you think to yourself. There's no people. No one who can cause me harm. And you learn to live in the forest. You build a shelter. You learn to hunt for food. You make friends with the wildlife in your area. It's so peaceful. It's everything you want. The scene shifts again to from that peaceful scene to being set ablaze. You hear screams. Not screams of terror, but screams of what could be a warrior. Men laughing. They thought this was funny. They thought that their actions had no consequence. You feel your blood boil. Whoa, this scene right here. This is where you take the lives of men while laughing all maniacally, the fire burning in your eyes. Until you feel sharp pain in your stomach. So sharp it feels like it could jolt you awake, but it won't. One of the men that you killed is alive again. This is not what you remember. He is actively fighting you back now and stabbing you in the stomach over and over again. Each jolt so sickeningly sharp. You are so confused, and yet you're now fighting for your life again. What's weird though is that you should have already been dead, and you know that, but the adrenaline is so sharp that you don't realize it anyways. Now, make a wisdom saving throw. Dirty or natural?
30.
30. Okay. The pain of the stabbing kind of jolts you away from the scene. It's almost like your body feels it as well. In fact, your body does feel it. And your mouth is still parched, still feeling that hunger. It's like a desert. You are by the ocean. You put your hand to your stomach and you look at it. There's no blood, but this pain is still there. To your left, you see your father. And to your right, you see your mother. They're looking at you solemnly. Like you're already dead. In a way, you already are dead to them. Do you have anything to say?
I feel like I'm still kind of like trapped in that mind of a child in the dream, so I'm just like, Mommy, Daddy.
They look at you, a tear falling from their eye. Your mother goes to your childlike face and caresses it, doing a sad smile. Your dad is standing there like he's fighting himself to not just run up and hug you. And then he breaks and he goes and hugs you. And it's that same warm, comforting feeling that you've oh so longed for. And this is when in your mind you're going, why did you abandon me? Was I not good enough? Was I not enough? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me that you had to ship me off somewhere? What did I do wrong? And it's this monologue repeating over and over again. And you're starting to grow this form of self-hatred, thinking that you're not good enough. Something you did caused you to be shipped off. And that if you didn't do this one thing, you would still be here. And this seed grows within you. And this ends with your father sobbing into your ear, saying, I wish you were never born. And you wake up. Alrighty, and now we go to Rin. Rin, you fall into a peaceful slumber. And you... I'm just going to close that chat. And you don't hear anything, but you smell something first. You smell smoke. It's always smoke. As you're looking around, your vision starts to clear. You realize that you're in a town. And there is fire in the middle of the square. And there's a corpse, a charred corpse hanging to it. You remember walking into this town and seeing it. You don't know who this person was, but there's only one reason someone would get burned that way. You know exactly why. Your heart cries out in anguish. They didn't deserve to die. None of them deserve to die. This is so unjust. You try and calm yourself down, but your anger is rising too quick. And soon you realize it's not just your anger, but someone else's. You know whose. You hear this voice saying, kill them. Kill them all, make them pay. And you listen. You listen to this voice, the one that's been guiding you for years. You conjured up such a storm of beauty and massacre. Screams of women and children and men alike fill your ears as you go into this blind rage, no one being spared. After this, you realize you come down from this high of emotions and you realize what you did. And you break down. You just killed over 100 people. Some of them are just innocents, children. And this is eating at your soul. You're asking, why did I do this? And then this voice whispers back, for justice, for our fallen. They condemned her, so we condemned them. You're so conflicted on how you feel. On one hand, justice has been served. On the other hand, was it really? You don't know who condemned this woman and who didn't. The children surely never had a play in this. They don't know what's right and wrong. You move on to the next town, and you find yourself a tavern. You drink yourself drunk, trying to forget the scene in front of you. Or that was in front of you. This is something that still haunts you every now and then. But it's always been justified. And you still don't know how you feel about it. You're questioning why you did it. Sure, you felt angry. Sure, you felt despair for the fallen. And it just continues to eat at you until you're wallowing in self-pity. Eating you alive. And it feels like it too. Shifts. The scene shifts. And you are on this hill. With a dagger near your heart. You're tempted to commit suicide. This guilt is weighing heavily on your soul. Sure, you've killed before, but a whole town? This was something else. You were gonna go through with it. You almost did. You dagger reaching this close to your skin, but you stopped yourself. Like something stopped you. You feel this hand on yours, and you look up to see a woman. It's an elderly woman. She's looking at you with these pitiful eyes, pleading for you to not take your own life. She guides the dagger away from you and pulls you into a hug as you break down crying. You go with this woman and you spend a couple of days with her. And you start to feel okay. You start to feel better. And as soon as you were starting to feel some semblance of life again, same thing happens again. There's a cry of a witch hunt. You cower in fear, afraid that you might have somehow been found out. But it's not you. This is another little innocent girl. You try and stop it, but you're just restrained. You're almost condemned with her. You watch as she's set ablaze. The skin is burning and you smell her flesh. It's so powerful that you throw up there, right there and then. This scene makes you sick. And it reminds you of why you did what you did in the previous town. You try and get out of this scene. But no matter how hard you fight, you're being subjected to it. And then the scene restarts. You hear the girl's cries. You hear the pleads of the parents. You hear the town calling for blood. And then you see her set ablaze again. And again. And again and again and again. It's repeating nonstop. You couldn't do anything about it to begin with. You feel so helpless. This feels also hopeless. Why are you in this world if it's gonna be like this? Finally, the scene breaks. And you see the charred corpse of the girl. You cry in anguish. And the scream rings through your head, begging for blood to be paid. Rage so deep courses through your veins. And you repeat the massacre that happened in the town over. 2 towns felled by your hand. 2 towns that have subjected an innocent to the flame. First you felt guilt, and now you feel none. Except for the children. Why did you kill the children? You don't know why. As soon as you wake up from this blind rage, you're always surrounded by this bloodbath. You don't even recall doing it. That's what scares you. And then the woman who stopped you from earlier, she lets out a breath. She looks at you. Why? Why? And then all heads pop up. Their eyes ghostly white as they're all chanting why. And a scream pierces your ears. A scream of hundreds. You go to cover them, but it's like it makes no effect. Roll a wisdom saving throw. As as you hear the screams, you feel wetness drip from your ears. You take your hands in front of you and there's blood. And you almost feel death from the screams. The corpses rise and they surround you. You hack away, but they just keep coming. They're trying to get to you, trying to tear you apart limb from limb. Some are weakly holding daggers. They manage to get some cuts and scrapes on you, and you feel them. Feel your flesh burn, literally. You smell it. As you look down, and the scrapes are burning and healing itself, but the process keeps returning. Soon you're cut. Thousands. You're screaming in pain yourself now. This is only a taste of what the woman on the pyre felt. Except you keep healing, and you keep getting this nasty cut. Your skin feels like it's on fire now. It's like an itch you can't scratch. Even when the wounds have healed over, it feels like you're still burning alive. You're screaming yourself now in pain, and you're wondering why this is happening. This is not how it happened before. But, or is it? You can't tell anymore what's real and what's not. The pain is so much that you are starting to lose as you're trying to still fight your way back. And the faces in front of you change as you're fighting. It goes from your family to your friends. It goes from the woman that helped you in the past. It goes from any console that you've met along the way. And then it finally turns to your current group of comrades. You see C's face in front of you. You see Simon to your left. Zeno to your right. And you're thinking, why are my friends attacking me? What did I do? Why? And their voices are haunting you as they're also screaming, why? Why did you kill us? You should have died when you had the chance. All these chance. We make a wisdom saving throw. As you're still trying to fight them off, it becomes completely useless as you become completely overrun. You feel this pain gnawing at you. And then they back away, and you realize you yourself are now tied to a pyre and set ablaze. The very fate you've been trying to escape is now coming to life. You feel your own flesh burn in intensity 10 times hotter than what you ever thought. You can smell your own flesh cooking. And you can feel yourself fighting against this. But it's useless. You're tied completely to the pyre. You're begging to be set free. But those words fall on deaf ears as you look out into the field, and all the bodies are gone. There's not even a sign of a struggle or a fight. There's no blood anywhere. All the houses are perfectly fine. It's like a ghost town. You're crying and begging, though, to be set free. This is your worst nightmare. Be the one on this pyre. You hear the term witch over and over. And you are thinking, I should have died a long time ago. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't like these.
This is only extending the nightmare.
I'm sorry. I'm picking a new dice.
The scene resets. You're back in the house with a woman who stopped you from taking your own life. You know what's gonna happen next, but your body can't seem to move. Still the same movements of that day. In your mind, you're still screaming, begging yourself to move. But it's not listening to you. It's not responding to your wants and your needs. And you hear this voice inside your head saying, stop fighting. Learn. Learn what? What would I have to learn? Woman's gonna die. Town's gonna be massacred. 'Tis such their fate. And you hear the voice again. Learn. And the voice fades away, replaced by another. Burn them all. Burn them. Make them feel the pain they have dealt on us. Burn them. And before your eyes, the town is now set ablaze. Every single one of them. You watch as the town goes to ash. The woman that saved your life is now burnt to a crisp at your feet. Not even the witch who you were trying to save survived. You're laughing at the scene. Your sanity is basically gone. You're laughing maniacally. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
We're slowly climbing up.
As you're laughing maniacally, the scene changes. Turns back to that meadow. You are laughing, but are you? This laugh turns into sobs as you are grieving. You're regretting your own actions, and you're back to this self-hatred, this want of needing to kill yourself. I don't know why. I mean, you do know why, but you are still wondering how you got yourself into this position. When you think back about where it all went wrong, and it was before your time. Oh, probably over 100 years ago. This rule is so creates so much fear mongering. Hatred swells up inside you. You vow to destroy the regime, to destroy this dictator or monarchy, whatever the hell this is, because that's been under Anitza's this entire time. You just want this system gone and a new one built in its place. You feel a light touch on your hands, and I mean, not on your shoulder. You look up, and you don't recognize the face. But you recognize the voice. And she says, "Calm down, my child. There's work yet to be done." And you wake up, still sobbing. Simon.
Oh.
You fall into slumber, and the scene before you shifts from darkness into less darkness. You, at first, don't see much of anything, but your sense of smell tells you exactly where you are. You are in your lab. And you hear moans coming from behind you as you're standing at
Oh,
a
shush.
table. They're standing at a table mixing some concoction. The scene seems very familiar to you, but you can't make out which one it is, as this scene has repeated itself hundreds of times. You turn back to the groaning entity, and the face is somewhat blurred as you shove the vial down his throat. This vial, you don't know exactly what you concocted, but you know it's something potent. This is one of your tests, one of your experiments. You watch the subject in front of you convulse violently, purple foam throbbing at the mouth as his veins turn dark purple and his eyes go white. This is a very fast-acting agent. A deadly one, too, considering he's dead in a minute. You write down in your little notebook as you mark what ingredients you used and what the results were. This wasn't exactly how you pictured your experiment going. That's not a complete failure. The scene shifts, and you are faced with someone who seems very familiar to you. But for some reason you can't place your finger on it. You know this person very well. But it's almost like your mind is blocking this little memory from you. Which is ironic, considering that this person is now about to be subjected to some memory experiments. You want to be able to see if you can wipe the memory of someone. Such a potion, such like a concoction would be so valuable. It could make you rich in an instant. That, and it's handy if you ever get found out. It just so happens that this poor chap was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And you took him back for this little experimentation. He also saw something he wasn't supposed to see, which is all the more better. You were in this lab for days with this experiment, but somehow you actually succeeded. His memory is completely wiped, but there were some side effects. One that's very hard to explain. As you watch his body kind of change in front of you throughout the days. Seeing as he no longer remembered you or anything else. You left him a few towns over so as not to leave a trace. It's one of your many dirty secrets. And you don't really care. All you know is that you had a successful experiment, and you go back to try it again on another experiment. The next result was not ideal, though. After a couple of days, the subject died from complications. And you realize that the other one, that your first subject, must have died too. You had no other reason to suspect otherwise, anyways. Scene shifts again. And you're in your lab working when you feel a knife to your throat. Someone's down here who shouldn't be. And this is probably one of the few times you actually fear for your life, considering you're not much a fighter, so to say. You suffered a few attacks to the stomach, and the searing pain shoots through your shoulder as you try and fight for your life. This is probably the closest you've ever gotten to death. You know it. Even today, you still know that. You have the scars to prove it. You manage to scrounge around and you find a random needle with one of your latest experiments. It's actually a really deadly one, too. You inject the needle in your attacker. You watch as his veins turn purple and he starts frothing at the mouth as he reaches out for you. Even when he's trying to kill you, he's now begging for you, but mercy is not given. Not like you can counteract this anyways. There is no solution. Only a painful death. This scene so haunts you. You are still trying to figure out how this man got into your lab and how close you were to death. Your mentor found you there, bleeding. You almost did die from your wounds. Luckily, that old man still knew how to patch up a good stab. The scene shifts again, and you are on a ship this time. You're examining someone. And you don't exactly remember who it was, nor did you care. You just wanted to get paid for your job. But here's the thing. He didn't pay you. He stiffed you. This is a really crappy day, too. Irritable patients, weather being shit. And now you're being stiffed by a patient you just oh so graciously just treated. In this moment, your kind, gentle demeanor cracks. And when this person sees your face, he kind of cowers and reluctantly hands over the payment. It's almost like a shift went through you. That kind doctor, not so kind anymore. Nobody believed him when he tried to say something about it. But you were grinning ear to ear as you have this man down in your basement. Not again, but just haven't figured out the right wording. You've somehow brought this man down to your basement to be experimented on. He tried to ruin your reputation, and you could not let that stand. So you brought him down for a new type of experiment. And this one almost backfired on you too. Because what you injected with him is almost like a form of rabies. But very fast acting. It's almost like he lost his mind completely and blindly you. This is not the preferred outcome of your experiment. And again, you're fighting for your life. This time, you had that injection on hand. And you stabbed him in the neck with it. Some purple veins shone throughout his body. And he frothed at the mouth. Still going at you, though. That's what the previous experiment did, after all. Created a crazed mind with no sense of reality. Almost dare I say, like some infected. Well, your character will not know the term, but you as a some infected zombie.
Oh.
This was so curious to you as the patient that was dying is still fighting you. It wasn't until he fell on the ground that you realized the fight was over. Safe again. The scene shifts again. And you are unfortunately on the run as dogs are chasing you. They smelled something on you and they want it. Your lunch. If all day is to be carrying your lunch with you, it had to be today, and it had to attract the one creature you hated most. This brings you back to your thoughts of when you were a little boy, and you're transported back to that mindset. This is such a crappy day. You managed to outrun the dogs, outmaneuvering them, so to speak. But then you hear this growl as you're sitting in an alleyway. You turn your head, and this dog is snarling at you, teeth bared, body rigid. You just entered its territory. Dog lunges for you, biting at you, trying to, well, kill you. Your worst nightmare come to life again. Why does this always happen to you? Anytime you think you're safe, dog comes out of nowhere. You feel his claws that have not been cut in what feels like years going at your stomach as he is actively trying to rip you apart. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Oh my lord, a 2.
Oh my lord, is right. The rolls are just not on your guys' side tonight, I guess.
Mm.
At this rate, we're not gonna get Miguel where he has to leave.
Miguel's next, so. Your mind regresses into that of your child self. And you still fight to get this dog off of you. As fear and panic goes through your body. Thinking again, this might be your end. You feel his bite marks go on your arm. You feel his hot breath on your skin. You feel another dog come to you as well and joining in on the fight. You don't know how you're alive at this point. Quite frankly, you don't even want to see the damage done to you. It is quite extensive, to say the least. It wasn't until someone managed to scare them off that you were able to take a breath and assess to yourself. You don't know how these dogs were scared off. You were too busy fighting for your life. You see yourself covered in blood, big gashes all up along your body. And you are just again wondering, why me? Why is it always me with these damn dogs? And then the scene shifts. And you're back to your child self. This is not where you thought this was heading. You see yourself wandering. You're in the woods, looking for herbs. I'm trying to get away from this busy city. Pardon me. You hear howls in the distance, and your body freezes. At that, you run. You don't want to be subject to that again. Oh, sir. As you're running, though, the howls seem to be getting closer and closer. And you begin to realize that you are the prey. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
A.
8. Oh.
It's okay. Let's just, move on.
Can't. You gotta beat my number. Alrighty. You feel this shift in the air as the world around you starts to go dead silent, except for the footfalls of your feet as you are running. You don't remember this scene ever happening. You've never encountered wolves on your walks. You're still pretty close to the city. Why are they out here? And then as you look to your right, you see a wolf running pace with you. Except it's not any kind of wolf. He's huge, monstrous even. His face is almost disfigured, like he's some kind of hybrid. You don't know what you're looking at, but you know he's some kind of wolf. You look to your other side, and you see the same thing. This one's snapping and growling at you. You try and push speed even more, but you know it's useless. But you still hold on hope. You want to escape. You're begging and praying to escape this hell as another one comes up behind you. They're teasing you at this point. They're playing with their food. And you are their food. Go ahead and roll me another wisdom save.
It's getting worse. 7.
Ah! What are these rolls?
Something you get. Something you get to take advantage of.
Clearly. Trying to get through these nightmares, man. At this point, we won't even get to what I had planned originally.
It's been an hour of straight on nightmares.
Nightmare fuel.
Yep. And we still have 4 more people to go through. Well, actually, technically 3. Eridan's safe this time.
Lucky bastard. I called it.
Oh.
I called it. I knew it.
You
Charlie
did
can't.
call it. Xander, did you see my DM to you?
You have been granted by a mysterious entity to re-roll. Roll with advantage.
I was almost tempted to use inspiration. Oh, I got a 15 that time, the first time.
Fabulous. You manage to run and you get yourself into this meadow. And you look around you, panting heavily. That you are now alone. The wolves are gone. What is this magic? This luck? You just had a huge spout of bad luck and now they're mysteriously gone. You don't understand. But quite frankly, you don't want to understand because you're away from them. You fall into the ground heavily panting. And you just feel relief flooding your system as your body relaxes. And then you hear a voice. Again, it's the voice quite familiar to you, but you can't quite place it. You see the person that you saw at the beginning of the dream. And he himself is now asking why. Why him? What did he do to deserve this fate that you have casted upon him? Why can't I remember anything? Why did you do this to me? Why? You hear this almost pleading tone in his voice as he just wants peace. And you can't give it to him because you yourself don't know exactly why you subjected him to that torment.
For science.
Yeah. It's like you always have your reasons, but are they just? Are they ethical? They're not. You know it's not. But there's just something in you that can't stop. You wake up hearing his pleading tones and why. All right, Takini, finally your turn. All right.
You got like 10 minutes before I probably have to call it.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm gonna try and go through it as fast as I can. Again, dice will suck tonight. Alrighty. Let's see here. You are floating through darkness as you hear the sound of little giggles. You feel a little poke in your side, and you see your mischievous little sister poking you. and giggling at the fact that she's waking you up. You grab her in a funny way, engaging in that play with her. Kind of just like holding her up in the air, like an air jail. And she's giggling and laughing after that. Thinks it's the best thing in the world. These are the peaceful days. And then suddenly, her body goes limp, her neck snaps. It's turned quite a quick note.
Alrighty. It's one of these again. I
Roll a wisdom check to realize that you're in a dream.
guess
Or at least to acknowledge that you're in a dream. You know you're in it, but your body is saying, doing different things than you'd want it to.
it's a 5.
Unfortunately, you do not say this, but you're thinking it a little bit. And you cannot fight this at all.
Alrighty. I start panicking and trying to find if there's a pulse on the body, I guess.
As you do this, her neck snaps back. And her body comes to life again. And she's still giggling like nothing ever happened. What sick, twisted mind play is this? 1 minute she's alive, next she's dead, and now she's alive again. Why are you being subject to this torment right here?
I try to shake it off and just get ready for the morning.
You go on about your day, doing your chores, sitting happily with your parents while you're eating lunch. And then all of a sudden again, you see cries of grief coming from your parents. And they're looking at you, wondering why. Why didn't sister? You look to your side and you see your sister is happily sitting there. And you're like, but she's right here. And then you look again, and she's not. This is some sick, twisted mind play going on in your head right now. And you're not having any of it. You want out of this twisted dream, but you can't seem to make your body do or say anything that you want it to. Your mind is just trapped in this loop. You hear you hear your parents' cries of anguish as they're holding your dead sister's body. This has never happened before. There was no body to begin with. So why are you picturing one now? This is not a great morning at all, is it? No?
I
Scene
try to.
shifts again.
Oh.
Hmm?
I was gonna say I'll try to keep on going today as if nothing is actually happening. See if that.
Yeah, the scene shifts again. And you are at your little sister's school. She somehow managed to find her way into this posh school. And you were incredibly proud of her when it happened. But now you're just trying to find answers.
Yeah.
I'm guessing at this point I would be opening up the drawers of, I guess would be the dean or principals or whatever that equivalent to this school is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to shuffle in any kind of sort of information between the dates of the quote unquote incident.
And that you do. As you're rifling through these documents, trying to find an inkling of what happened, a student walks in, shocked to see you, and he runs out the door immediately to call for security, to call for someone to arrest you for trespassing. You make it to the student before he could do any more damage. And you fight with him. It's a very intense fight. And at one point, the student is backed into a corner. You notice the window seal that leads straight to the river below. And it's a pretty high drop to there.
My best bet, though.
Hmm?
It's probably my best bet, though.
You rush the student, trying by any means to stop him from alerting others to your presence. And then you see his body tumbling down and down cliff face into the river. This is not how you wanted today to go. This was the first time you've actually killed somebody. And you don't know how to feel.
I just try to get out of the facility as fast as I can.
You make it back to your house unnoticed. And you go about your day as if nothing is wrong. You go to bed and you wake up and you find a very soggy corpse in your bedroom. His eyes glassy as there's some sort of what might be kelp or seaweed, whatever would grow in those rivers, tangled up with him.
As I see the body, I just grab some stones, or not, some rocks and a bag, and try to take him out in the guise of a fishing. Just try to head out in guise of fishing, or try to catch fish, per se.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
Basically, I'm trying to dump the body out at sea while using the guides of fishing, since that's my background, to try to get through without being noticed.
Well, he's in your room, in your house. Exactly. But let's see. Yeah, you wake up to this dead body standing over you.
Oh, it's standing over me? I thought it was just on the floor.
It was on the floor. Now it's not. These corpses move fast, surprisingly, isn't? As you look at the corpse again, it's now back on the floor. As you rub your eyes, the corpse is gone, leaving only a watermark. It's almost like you're haunted. screams of your sister and the corpse's constant presence is haunting you throughout the day. You feel like you're going mad. You don't know why this is happening to you. You don't know what you did to deserve this.
I know
You
what I
just
did.
hear the screams. You feel that presence. And it's eating you alive. Make a wisdom saving throw.
$19.
Very nice. As the corpses seem to have disappeared, you're seeing the scene in front of you shifts. And the corpses that were following you all day now look completely normal. Like they are alive still. This has been such a confusing day. And one that in some ways have been eating alive at your soul. You wanted to help your sister, you couldn't. You didn't want to kill the student, but you did. And now you're looking at both of them face to face. And you feel all those possible failures coming back, almost like guilt. It weighs on you heavily. As your sister is smiling at you and the student is frowning.
Guess I
They
just
don't
tried to walk past or walk away from the situation.
They grab your wrists and they're forcing you to look at them.
You're not
They're
there.
Except
None of
they
you are.
Except they are. Don't you realize what's going on here yet?
None of this is real.
Except it is real. You feel their weight on your hands. You can feel their breath around you. You can smell your little sister's shampoo. It all seems very real.
I saw you fall. No one lives past that. No matter how much I wish it was.
As you say that, water starts pouring from his mouth. Your little sister's bones snap and break at every turn. You're haunted by these sounds as you're begging him to stop.
Please. Stop. 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 Sorry, I can't be too loud.
All good, all good. Your pleas were heard. And their bodies disappear, along with that one final stop you say. And you wake up screaming. And that is the end for Takini.
Can I make one roll? Like,
What for?
I want to see if if I have an inkling that this might have to do with the magical item we have obtained.
Let's see. Guess it might be like what, a perception roll?
Alrighty. Perception, so. Never mind. It's an 8.
Tonight.
Probably just assume it's just coming around the season.
Unfortunately, you don't tie the bad dream amulet, even though you had the bad dream today. Zeno taking hold of it. You think this is just a lingering effect of the night before? And speaking of Zeno, it is now his turn to be subjected to torture.
Well, I have to head to bed. Thank you
I
very much. Jerry,
Sorry we started
Night.
so late.
no worries. It's life happens. Not like I'm gonna blame you for it, but you guys have a good rest of your night. Have fun with the torment. And one last thing, I think I'm not. This is like out of character, out of story. Something I think I would make character. This may be like something I grab later on in the story, but some sort of form of the sister's death certificate might be interesting.
Okay. Definitely see
Seeing
if I can
if
incorporate that.
it's just an idea, but I think it might be interesting for the character to try to figure out if it's forged or not, saying that that's his background.
Okay.
But you guys have a good rest of your night. Have fun, and I'll see y'all hopefully sooner than next week. We just talk for a bit, but nothing crazy. But good night.
Yeah. And
Bye.
definitely feel free
Night.
to watch
As
the
well.
end of the stream so you know how I tortured everybody else.
Alrighty.
Night.
Good night.
Okay,
Alrighty.
I have been basically crying over here this whole time.
Oh, really? And it's not even your character.
It's all so sad.
That and very traumatizing. Alrighty. I'm actually gonna take this moment to go use the restroom real quick, so feel free to
Okay.
go, take a drink, do what you need to do.
Okay.
Intermission time.
Intermission. Everyone pull out your cards.
Hold on. Intermission time.
Zeno pulls out a
result.
Skylander toy.
Mission time?
Mission time.
Hold on. Now I can do what I want to do.
Oh.
Jack just brings out a bag. All right, who are we gonna pull out this time?
Oh. What are you doing? I have an inkling, but I want you to confirm it. What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
What are you doing? What are we doing?
Who should I choose? Who should I choose?
What is Strider doing?
Let's bring out Washington,
okay.
shall we?
Mm.
Let's bring out Washington, shall we? You gotta search his through a random bag and just grabs Washington and pulls him out.
What? How did I get here? Who are all of you?
Hi, people.
He pulls out his sword.
Ah,
Who are
Washington.
all of you?
Ah, Washington. So nice that you could join us.
Who are you? Where am I?
Guys, this is Washington. Washington, this is my comrade.
I would like to return home.
Not possible.
No.
Impossible.
He points his sword at you,
Oh,
Jack.
never mind. Back in the bag you go. Back in the bag you go.
Just
You
shove,
shove-
shove the 7-foot tall
You
elf
shove
through the other side. We gotta get him out of here.
So
We
while
gotta get
you're
him out of here.
so for your context, Alex, Jax in the intermission room just pulled Washington out of the bag. So that's who was demanding to go home was Washington.
Oh, I know. I picked that up real quick.
Easily done.
How are you guys liking my spooky, traumatizing stories?
Totally awesome.
They're good. They're traumatizing.
Very
But
traumatizing.
Yeah.
they're well
I didn't get-
done, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I didn't want to go too deep into C's. Because that's big topic I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna mention it in brief
I was like,
passing.
oh, I did not say that part. I was like, this is what happens when you roll a 2. I was also like, I feel like if anyone was to try to do something, it would not end well for them, and it didn't.
You know,
I mean,
I
it
rolled
did
a
something, but you finally had that mental break to it's like murder. Officially.
Yeah, I have my English teachers for their books with vague descriptions to thank for me actually understanding what was happening.
Yeah. I told you this is a dark
But-
campaign. I gave
I know
warnings.
it's dark. I know it's dark, it's just if my English teachers hadn't insisted on all these books that like they don't outright say it, but it's very heavily impacted. I probably would not have understood what you were going for
Yeah, I'm
with
like,
the way
in
you
my
were skirting around it.
I probably would have killed him first, but you said the thing, like, with, like, being weak and stuff, that, like, no.
Yeah. I had it as like an adrenaline thing happen because you were just wanted to live. Yeah. By the way, you're gonna be waking up
What
with a
dark
very dry
Oh,
stabbing feeling.
you got cut out.
Yeah, part of me wants,
You went
like,
dry throat and then you get cut out.
part of me wants, like, a certain thing to happen when I wake up, and I'm like, but then I don't want to talk about it. It's so torn.
good luck.
Message me.
Good
Yeah.
luck. The pain is
Yeah.
horrible.
What
I
dark
wonder who
pit
else
are
that
you
rolled a
throwing
2
Zeno
got it.
down this time?
Glad you asked. I'm trying to wake myself up. I was kind of I've been falling asleep over here as I'm talking to
Yeah.
you.
Bad
We're
DM.
falling asleep while talking about our nightmares.
Bad DM. Not supposed to fall asleep. That's our job.
Hey, I'm feeling a bit of Xander's energy as well.
That's why we
So
nap
I
was
before
like-
late night
Was that-
D&D.
Yeah, I was like, I
Okay,
kind of
the
need to.
only... No, you go ahead.
I was like, I need to kind of zone out to remain semi-present for when later things happen, but I'm also like, well, part of me does wish I was semi-paying attention to what was happening in people's stories.
Not fair. Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I was like
First
trying to
when
kind
you
of
said
listen
bad DM,
here and there, but and need
Yeah,
to
work's
zone
been
in.
kind of kicking my ass. And I
Okay.
assume it's doing the same thing with you, Xander.
okay, when you said
Oh.
bad DM, was that as you or as Chax?
Both.
Let's say both.
Go
Let's
with
say
both. Go with both. Both.
Both is good.
Both is good.
Alright. Have only 2 people to go through, so we're almost there. Then we'll call it a night, and then we'll wake up with next session with the horrors.
No roleplay tonight?
You can probably go into a little bit, but it's 12:42 a.m. How late are you gonna stay up, Co?
I took a 2-hour nap so I can be awake for this.
Oh, I feel that. I feel that.
I wish I could take a nap. I wish I could take a nap.
You weren't at work, were you?
Yeah, no.
Yes, I was.
Oh, you were?
If my sister hadn't woken me up, I wouldn't have gotten up at all.
I know. I kind of envy that.
Envy having somebody that
Yeah.
could wake you up, or envy having the ability to just go straight to sleep from
Both.
pure exhaustion. Yeah, okay.
Both.
Both is good.
Both is good.
Twice in that.
I mean, I'm
You
gonna
did
be.
the same joke twice in a row.
I'm gonna be. I'm essentially gonna be losing one of those, and it's not gonna be the sleep.
Oh. All right, Zeno. As you drift off into sleep, you are transported into this weird space. You're so groggy that you don't really recognize where you're at. And finally, your vision goes clear. You are stuck in the broom closet. It's a place that you are so very familiar with. The blurred faces that have been laughing and teasing and bullying you for the past months, almost a year, flashes through your head as you try and reorient yourself. This place has been hell on earth, and you just want to be back on that farm.
Why do I want to be back at the farm?
It reminds you of home. You want to go home, but you can't. You open the broom closet and step out into the hallway. As you touch your head, you pull your hand away, and there's a trickle of blood on your fingers. And you go to the washroom to just clean yourself up before anyone else sees you. But you're not lucky. As you run into another person you oh so desperately wanted to avoid. Before you can react, you are on the ground, clutching your stomach. Just again wondering why you're being subjected to this torture and this abuse. You didn't choose to be here. You don't know why you're here. You don't remember anything, really. Anytime you try and recall something, it's like it slips away. It's right in your grasp.
Why am I
It
here?
slips through like sand.
Why does
Just
home
to
feel
suffer.
like... Gosh darn it. You ruined what I was saying.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. Oh. Such a
Why does
joyous
home feel
day.
like two different things?
You hear something about a party and how to not show your face, that you're a disgrace. And you don't
But I
understand
want to go to your
why.
party.
As you say
Why does
that,
it
you
say
get a kick into the head. Don't backtalk me, you hear. He spits at you and he walks away.
Wait, we can interact with our dreams?
Yes, kind of add a little bit of stuff. I haven't stopped Miguel or James from doing it.
You haven't stopped me. I kind of did. So
Yeah, there's certain spots I kind of like think about it, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to interrupt your beautiful monologue.
Exactly.
I mean, I feel like if it calls for it, then I think you should. But come on, interact with the DM. Like, give her a little bit of action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought about doing the mommy daddy thing as they were like in mine, but I did it later, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, Miguel added
Who
more
was
to
that?
my dream, so I'm just like, okay, we rolling.
Just keep rolling, rolling,
Who
rolling,
was
rolling.
that?
it keeps
The
going.
scene
on
shifts into a small bedchamber as you get yourself cleaned up.
Mm.
You don't want to feel this pain anymore. The bruises that are now forming are being formed over older bruises that are yellow and green. Some that are still very much purple.
None of this is healing anymore. It's stacked on top of itself too much. But what are they from?
Your whole entire body is in pain. And you're just
What is this
asking
place?
yourself this question of why? Why me?
Why is this happening?
Scene shifts to the middle of the night. And that's when your resolve hardens. You're getting out of this place. You will not be subject to this torture anymore.
It's time to
You
leave.
You slink out of this place and find your way back to that farm by morning. Except there's nothing there anymore. Ruins. It looks old. Grass is overgrown. No sign of animals. The barn and the house are burnt to a crisp.
Hello? Is
You
anyone there?
feel sadness enter you, but you don't know why.
What is this
And you
deep sadness? It's making it hard to breathe. My chest hurts. Tears? Why does this feel like home is gone?
Anyways, in your grief, you're moving forward and forcing yourself to walk. At this point, anywhere is better than the place you came from. You pass through villages, sometimes able to get a bite to eat. You find haylofts that you can sleep in to keep yourself dry. All this just to keep moving forward. You don't know why you're moving forward, though. At this point, it feels like there's no reason for you to live.
Just one
You
foot
find yourself
after another.
find yourself in a town, and the kind couple takes you in. Blacksmith and his wife. They feed you and clothe you and help you get back on your feet.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am.
This is the first kindness you've received. In ages. You feel a sense of
Your help
relief
is
finally.
most gracious.
You feel a sense of relief finally as you feel like you have entered a safe space. You see all the gadgets and tools in the blacksmith's workshop, and you watch in awe as he creates metal into many different interesting things. He takes you under his wing and sort of teaches you the ways. And that's when you really let your creativity shine. This is where it's kind of all began for you. You've always been creative. But this is the first time you've been able to have an outlet for this grief by putting yourself in this work. That's why you're always so focused. This is your piece. As time moves on, you decide that it's time for you to leave. And you want to try and take care of yourself on your own 2 feet.
Thank you both.
You make your
Thank you for
way
teaching me.
from town to town, offering your services to whoever will hire you, and making a bit of coin along the way. The faces are still very much blurred, and the towns seem very, oh, how would I describe it? Almost imaginary. There's no solid detail to place where you're at. It's like you jumped. My apologies. It's almost like you jumped the whole thing. You finally arrive at a city bustling with merchants yelling their wares, people going from home to work. You hear ships coming into port. And you feel the breeze in your face. This seems so familiar to you, yet not at all reaching what it needs to. You just want to feel at peace again. You want to feel a home. And this is the closest thing that's gotten to that feeling. You soon set up a workshop. You create yourself a little bit of a reputation. You're a tinker. You're always fixing things, building things. Someone
This
made
wheel
an
melting should
order.
make your cart last longer, sir. Sorry. The delay on Discord is screwing me.
And someone made an order that you fulfill, except you go in at the wrong time, and quite an unfortunate accident occurs. This is when everything becomes so foggy that all the details seem out of place. You hear voices, you feel poking and prodding. You feel like you're almost back at the old place, and for a moment the scene shifts and you are back at that place you escaped. And then it shifts to the couple, then it shifts to the farm. The scene is continuously changing until it feels like you're gaining whiplash. Roll wisdom saving throw.
At 20.
Not
Oh.
20?
Nice.
No. Alrighty. Yeah. Finally, the scene stops. And you're sitting on a dock. You hear a voice that you think you recognize, but it's just out of grasp. Like the wind is teasing you. You're just sitting on the dock, though, enjoying the breeze on your face and the sun giving you that warmth. This is the first time you have truly felt peace in years.
It's peaceful out here. It's a good day, too.
And then it changes from peace from tranquil to chaotic and dark. The sky is roaring in thunder, and the water below you is becoming rough. This shows that your peace is not lasting. It has never lasted, never will. You're suddenly tugged underwater, and it feels like you're drowning. No matter what, you're always drowning. And you can't seem to ever come up for air. And you wake up coughing, and you throw up. Next, we go to chat.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Let's see. Checks. You at first see nothing. And then the wind blows through your face. You hear the rustling of the trees. Then you feel a tiny hand on your own tiny. You look to your side and you see your little sister smiling at you. She's got crumbs all over her face from the tart that she ate. You laugh at her and brush the crumbs off her face. As you point out more clouds going through the sky that look like different shapes. And you begin to imagine the stories that they are telling. This was one of your favorite things to do with your sister. All the stories she could tell just from looking at clouds.
So creative.
Scene changes, and it becomes one of peace to one of storm. As the wind is picking up and rain is pelting hard on you guys. You're running towards the house, but it seems no matter how far you run, you're never reaching the house. It's always at the same distance. It's like you're stuck. And you can't get out of this loop.
Why does this seem so familiar?
This is a day that could have ended in tragedy. And it almost did. Running down a hill, a muddy hill, is never a smart idea. You know that you should have walked calmly, should have never let go of your sister's hand. But she fell anyways. She hit her head on a rock on her way down. This was probably the first time you ever felt fear in your life. First time you earned your mother and father's disapproving and scornful gazes as you are trying and doing everything in your best power. Make sure your sister makes it through. She does, but she is never the same. Something feels off about her. You can't quite place it. It's almost like her personality changed when she hit that rock. And she's no longer the same little sister you knew. This is one of the first things that haunts your mind. Your darling little sister. She was with you, and you couldn't protect her. The scene shifts. And for some reason, again, you are back to that dreadful day.
I was worried about that.
Except a new scene pops in your mind. It's the look of your sister. She doesn't look panicked. She doesn't look worried. She looks way too calm. Your sister has definitely changed a lot from that day. You live through this scene again. You feel the blood on your hands again. You feel your body running to get out of this situation again. And you just feel so angry. Why did this happen to me? Why couldn't I protect my sister? Why did my parents sell me? Why was I forced to kill with my own hands?
Why
So
must the
many,
world be so cruel?
so many whys and never any answers. You've been taken in by a somewhat shady person. They're always looking for fast and nimble fingers, after all. And if you can't contribute, safe to say you don't get to eat. And this time, this was your only option of survival. Everyone else would kick you to the curb. No one to pay you any attention. You couldn't get a scrap of food. But with this person and his friends, you got meals. But only if you did the job right.
I always get the job right. Or done right.
You could say that now, but little Chax, you still fumbling and bumbling like a... There's been many nights where you didn't get food, not even a blanket to sleep with. This was them teaching you the hard way. You either succeed or you die. Soon enough, you became hardened enough to complete these tasks. You've almost become numb to this feeling. And your hunger pains that you've felt for so many nights and days no longer exist. Not because you're not hungry, but because you felt it so many times that your body no longer senses when you're hungry. Quite the powerful tool, and yet such a detriment. It's always something, isn't it? Always something. As you grow up, the scene changes, and who you work with and who you work for changes as well multiple times. Until you get yourself into the worst kind of group. Group that kills just for the money. They don't have many morals, if any at all. They don't have their own code. They're just in it for the money. And this is where your thirst for blood really grows. You see yourself covered in blood, your victims at your feet. As you are going through them one by one, getting more and more blood on you as you tack through them. You, at this point, feel nothing. You joke, though. This is your one way to kind of cope with what has happened to you. Jokes and sarcasm is what gets you through the day, causing that mischief. But you just feel empty inside. Again, you're wondering where it went on. Why did it go so wrong? You could have been living happily ever after with your family, but they sold you out. And ironically, your new so-called family that of assassins, they sold you out too. Always for the money. The root of all evil. As you realize that there's a trap laid for you, is when you go into a blind rage. You're tired of being betrayed. You're tired of always having to watch your own back. For once, you kind of want peace. But you ain't getting that anytime soon. You almost have a psychotic break as you're hacking through the bodies, laughing maniacally as the blood splatters on you, getting a taste of it. The mania spreads. And you're just laughing as bodies pool around you. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yippee. Alright, let's see if I get this.
The last couple have been good. Let's see if you can be good.
Yeah. Yo, that was close. That was so close.
What'd you get?
I got a 22. It almost hit a nat 1. Oh.
Ooh!
But we like nut ones.
Do we now?
We like those net ones.
No,
some
because
funny
I already
things.
gave Chax a warning that it would be not so pleasant if someone rolled a nat 1.
Quote unquote, Chax already knew, or Chax knew this way beforehand. Let's just say that. Anyways, continue.
As you are going through your maniacal episode, your scene changes. Then you're by an old oak tree. The blood on you is gone, but you're still laughing. Laughing and laughing. You finally calm down. And you look around you. And you see your little sister by your side. She's just looking at you. She hasn't said a word.
And part of me feels like you're the only one that I could actually say is part of my family at this point.
She laughs at that. And it goes into a fit of giggles. And then she just kind of disappears right in front of your eyes, not giving you a response besides that fit of giggles. As you roll into this fit of maniacal laughter again, not knowing how to respond. And you wake up laughing.
What just happened? Why am I? You know what? I've had
Airden. The only person that rolled good tonight.
you lucky bastard.
Tell me, what good dreams would Airden be having?
Oh, this will be fun.
That's like almost on point, actually.
Do you want to do a monologue of what you would be dreaming tonight, since you rolled very well? And
He's like, this is my moment.
I mean, if you looked at my GIF over there, and here we go.
Lights, camera, action!
Lights, camera, action, baby.
This is something Airden would normally be dreaming, since right now he's not affected by what everyone else is being affected by. So, go off,
How much is
Airden.
he gonna eat in this?
What should I regale my audience with tonight? Oh, what of what would have been his happiest moment? Or was it still? You can decide.
Beating checks to a bloody pulp.
This is one of those stories that I'm going to be pulling out of my butt. I'll probably expand upon it later for our darling DM, but this will be my my little improv story. Oh, she looked so lovely in that white veil. Just rosy red lips behind a curtain of white, just waiting for a sweet kiss. I can't help but think of it every night. What seemed to be a turnaround in my life. I just can't help but think what would have been that Gothic cathedral, illuminated by torchlight, candlelight overhead. Oh, the aromas happening that day. I thought, this is it. I can finally just be a person. Little did I know of what was to follow. Oh, what I knew what was to follow. For you see, this person I had met much after I had made some affiliates with some local orphans, fellow rejects of society that welcomed me like an older brother. Though I may have stained my hands, I would not tell a soul of this. To me, every night I would just see the red dripping from my knuckles. All I could do was laugh. I couldn't cry. I dared not cry for my poor mother. I dare not cry for that creature known as my father. All I could do was laugh. And so, I let it be. I tried to assist those with a similar predicament to mine. Parents just not what they need to be. However, one day, a darling dame would come across my path. Oh, that silky black hair. I would never forget the first time that I saw it. Those lovely dark eyes. An abyss just eagerly waiting to swallow me whole. I couldn't get enough. I just had to. And little did I know that eventually... I just looked at the chat. You're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong. But oh, what a beautiful dark thing. Like a ghost from a haunting crypt that beckoned to me from the other side. Next thing I knew, there we were, at the altar, together. And I thought, finally, my own happiness. Until time came for the banquet. And what was I to be served? Oh, what was I to be served? The thing that would break me for the rest of my life. The thing that will haunt me harder than that of the betrayal of my brothers. Watching my comrades in arms die around me at the hands of our commanding officer. Oh, no. Oh no. It would be those darling children with a shocked expression staring up at me from a silver platter. Oh, their eyes staring blankly up at me as if they were still alive. All I could do was look down. And when I looked to my bride, there she was, already vigorously carving the head of another. Chunk by chunk, she would politely be consuming those who would be forgotten forever. I was morbid. It was disgusting, even. But then all I could do was laugh. I just started laughing. They expected a speech from me, but... Ooh. When I finally came to my senses, there I was, holding her in my arms once more. And all I could do was give her one last kiss. And then... she would be my next meal going forward.
Is that the end of the dream?
It could be. Could be.
Did it? Got more?
I mean, I'll probably try to expand upon this later, but in my mind's mind, it's like I feel like some details I could probably integrate into this, but I'm just kind of pulling this out of my butt. What did you think?
That's good. And hey, I was pulling everything out of my ass tonight, so.
Hey, y'all
Yeah,
did
it was good.
Kind of by a black. Just oh no, Aridin is just venom.
Don't justify his
Don't justify his
Anyway.
choices.
Anyway.
I mean, I wasn't, but like, he literally is doing the whole, you know.
We are venom.
Oh,
Death do us part.
okay, but I
Hurry back.
Hurry back.
back. Hell yeah.
get
Be sure to
gosh,
bring
don't do
your
it at the same
death
time.
certificate. Yeah.
I don't know how the two of you timed that with a Discord delay.
I don't know.
Anyways. Again, you all wake up together with a start. Some of you retching, Somebody screaming, sobbing. However your dream ended, that is how you wake up. See, you pat yourself down, you look around you, and the amulet is still wrapped tightly against your chest. You don't know why this happened again.
I'm just like hyperventilating a little bit. And I feel like I'm trying to think what. I feel like I'm just gonna kind of I'm gonna try not to like show my distress too much, but I'm gonna like casually and as inconspicuously as possible make my way outside, get some air, probably punch something, like kick a tree, I don't know.
And roll a perception to see if you see C, since you guys are sharing the same room.
Kick a tree.
I use perception, or do I just?
Yeah, also roll perception since you're outside. Oh, dirty 20. Ren, you see C walking out the door, and you are, well, you are curious. How would you like to proceed? How would you like to react to C just kind of briskly walking out the door?
I'm probably too shaken up to really like care, you know? Especially after seeing like her in the dream.
Fair enough. Shax, what did you roll?
Well, hold on.
But are we all rolling
Perception,
something?
right?
No, it was only the people that would have noticed C walking out the door, and Shax
Okay.
is outside sleeping, or
Perception.
was
And I'm just
sleeping.
gonna continue blowing off steam. I'm gonna kind of like just like kind of be like training, sparring with, I don't know, probably still a tree, honestly. Just like hitting it with a
Oh
sword.
my
missing movement.
goodness! Jax is on fire.
Oh.
Hell yeah, what'd you get?
21.
Hell yeah, Chax, you also noticed C walking out of the inn in a hurry.
She got the treatment I did.
Yep, you just notice her kind of clutching her stomach and just dry heaving.
Well, I don't think she's really like, I think she just was like breathing heavy when she woke up. Now she's just letting out her frustration on a tree.
Yeah, but don't
And
forget, you're also feeling the pain from the dream.
now she's
Like,
punching a
the
tree.
pain. The tree will feel my pain.
I think your knuckles feel your pain, considering they're getting all bloodied up.
Well, the first time I might have punched the tree. After that, I think I took out like a sword.
Can I get down and try and soothe C down?
You can certainly try trying to approach her.
I kind of get down from the rooftops and slowly and cautiously approach C.
Saying it with the product.
All right,
please.
roll perception C to see if you notice Chax approaching.
That's
I wanted to play this off as I notice him, I just don't care. But then I rolled a 5. I don't think I notice him.
You unfortunately do not notice him as you're blinded by anger and rage of the dream you just witnessed. How are you gonna approach C, Chax?
I cast Steel Stick.
Let's
Pardon?
see. I don't necessarily want to startle her. Kind of speak, saying, you okay?
I'm just gonna be like, great. Oh.
I kind
And
of
she doesn't even look at you. She just keeps like sparring with the tree.
I kind of look around and just tilt my head. No, at least I'm not like that or that buff dickhead over there. I think you should know who I'm talking about.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, I don't know.
She just like stops for a moment and is just like,
Oh, I don't know. Me having the same issue right now, and him saying, "All right, get up, dust yourself off, get ready." At least I'm not that attitude.
Oh, throwing some shade towards Aridin.
everyone deals with their stuff differently. Personally, at the moment, I just want to clear my head. Hence, training. Want to try?
Sure.
Actually, wait. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I'm like, I could either like hold out like something for him to try to like either like offer up my treat, but I'm like, or we could just spar. I think sparring sounds like more fun.
Sparring does sound a little fun.
I just like
Okay.
hold out. Wait, what weapons do I have? I think probably
Why not
my...
hand-to-hand combat?
Hand-to-hand combat.
Okay, I put away probably I'm assuming I was using my short sword. And I just like get I was gonna turn my camera back on once everyone else was done. I just like get into position, like good fighting position, and I'm like up for a good spar.
I follow along, and yeah, sure, let's go.
Hey-ho,
Yeah, I'm
motherfucker.
not like trying to hurt him, but I'm also like again trying to let my energy out, so
I
trying
think
not
Jax
to
wouldn't
cause
mind.
serious injuries, but I am putting force into it.
Thing is, Jax doesn't want to even try to hurt you the slightest, considering that he's a gentleman. He might not act like one or seem like one, but he's a gentleman.
Well, you've currently replaced a tree, so at the moment you're mostly going to be on defense as a punching bag, probably.
Fine with me. Actually, fine with Jax, I guess I should say.
So yeah, I'm trying not to hit your face, mainly. No face, no internal organs, but I'm hitting hard. Trying.
All right, all right.
This is my foot trying to side kick. Awesome sparring scene. Spin it. Also spin kick.
Kind of use my arms to kind of deflect that.
Yeah. And yeah, I would just like let you, and I'm like, that's what I'm going for. He's probably not making grunting noise.
That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, I ain't making
Strider.
you roll for this shit anyways.
Strider, can we get you on camera doing a bit of? It's up to you, but like it'd
Yeah,
be
no,
cool.
hold on. There we go. I kind of.
This is my foot again. I'm going for a kick over your head.
It was a very dark session. Turned very light quickly.
Hey,
I'm like, it'll be a nice way to get like rage and energy out. Like,
oh yeah. I mean, Jax
like,
knows.
I'll be fine, but this is my way to calm down.
Jax kind of knows what she kind of went through. He doesn't know exactly what, but he knows what she went through.
It was a nightmare, that's for
The
sure.
lingering pain.
And I feel like they just like do this for a long time, and then they both kind of just like get tired and then just like lay on the ground.
One of those.
Like
One
just
of those.
cartoon, just both fall
Yeah.
backwards, laying on the ground.
Very lighthearted.
And like I feel like she's just gonna, and I feel like
Serious, we are
she's just
not.
gonna be like, thanks, you needed that.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Feel better?
Unironically, yes, the nightmare I had was sure disturbing, but I wouldn't say necessarily it was bad.
I've had my share of nightmares, but it doesn't make it fun.
Does Simon actually see all this?
Yeah, he's staring out the window with like tea in his hand.
Wanna roll perception? I wanna roll
I'm gonna
perception.
just allow it. He doesn't do a perception.
Okay. Don't make a Rua, alright? I can see you there.
Simon just sips his tea, just staring still.
So Simon doesn't even respond. He's not like,
He doesn't care.
He's just internally thinking, what the hell is he talking about? So
I think most of you know what I'm referring to.
She's still like laying on her back, but she just like looks up at him and is like,
You're talking about the scene that Anna decided to draw, right?
Yeah, that exactly. Don't pull a Rua and go out the window.
That C or well, flying
Mira.
threw him out of. That's ironic.
That is so ironic.
Hi, I am
Anyway.
a small bard throwing big orc barbarian out the window.
And then tiny little gremlins on the ground while the doctor is just staring out the window. Just like, yes, sparring. Not my cup of tea.
Well, he has a cup of tea.
Does anyone else
What's-
decide to walk outside since, it was a nightmare and sun's starting to rise and y'all are basically awake?
What's up with Zena?
But considering that he just threw up, what is he doing?
He stopped?
Yeah, I'd say at this point he
How long?
stopped. He was
Okay,
driving even for a couple minutes afterwards.
He's gonna head off to the washroom.
Off to where?
The washroom.
Okay.
He's just gonna splash some water on his face.
Blah.
And he's gonna like swish some water around in his mouth and spit it out in the sink. Just kind of try and clear his mouth out.
No matter what, you still can't get that taste out of your mouth.
And when you look up at the mirror, all you see are just streaks of blood coming down your eyes. I'm just kidding. That doesn't actually happen.
Let's say you, Dia. What happens when Zeno looks at the mirror?
I don't even think you can reach the mirror.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, you got me there. You got me there. I'm just picturing this little guy just. Wait. You can reach the sink though, right?
Yeah, he was just saying he's just like
Fumbling.
Just trying to.
but he can barely see the top of his head at the mirror.
Just trying to get a clear view of his face.
Is there like a step stool in here for like children?
I did
No.
not have you in mind.
Ernie, up,
Well, I thought I'd have
uppies.
children in mind.
Aridin is now that out of the group contrary to what Jack says.
Zeno is not interacting with
Far,
Aridin.
far from what everybody thinks. I am not. I ain't your daddy.
I know, but I think he'd have the funniest response.
Yeah, but you're yeah,
No
but
one's
Jack-
downstairs at the moment. Or do you mean like the two that are sitting outside?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You go outside and you see them resting against a tree.
It's like sharpening my arrows. Breathing.
I'm just kind of looking up at the stars.
Wait, it's nighttime?
It's like
Or
barely.
okay,
It's
maybe
gonna
not
be-
stars.
The last of the stars. The sun is
Yes, there we
arising.
go.
I guess then I will also start heading down outside.
Anybody else?
Rin's gonna go down, but she's just gonna like pass everyone, go straight to the carriage, and just kind of sit in it.
Just disassociating.
Very fair.
So fair. What about Aridin?
Aaron's just gonna stretch. Oh, what a lovely dream. As always.
In
He's
Jack's
gonna.
voice in your head, fuck you.
You gotta take me to dinner first. Also, no.
Is that a challenge?
Alan? Oh gosh.
You can dine him. You can dine him, but you can't wine him.
Especially since he's sworn off alcohol. You ain't drugging this.
Can't get this guy. Really, not this character.
Jax gets a Pokeball.
Okay, my dears.
Oh wait, hold on. Actually,
Ain't no Pokeballs in my world.
oh wait, no. Pokeballs
Maybe.
won't work. How balls will.
Bear
From Power.
traps?
Or Bear Trap, yeah. That
I guess Aridin has to watch out the next intermission.
Oh god,
would...
guys are all terrible.
No, I think I'm just gonna pull out somebody else. I think I'm just gonna pull out Rue or somebody.
You're gonna pull out multiple people.
Yeah.
Pull out Zelmic as one the
My goodness.
Diablos.
That'd be cool.
Just pull out an
This world-
entire party.
This world would
Okay,
not be
party,
ready
party.
for. This world wouldn't be ready for a Diablos.
Nope.
Let me pull out one of the zombies. The magic zombie.
Oh god.
Pulls
Somebody
out,
wants to study it.
pulls out Sinden. Sinden
Okay.
tries to steal something. Whoever he tries to steal from is not happy.
Oh yeah, I know. Let me pull out
I love
Cinnamon
how
really quick.
I love how the canon for our intermissions is that we all end up in some random like room that's sealed off from the outside.
Just like a waiting room.
Just
Interdimensional waiting room.
Anything occurs.
Anyways, y'all are finally meeting up downstairs outside. A couple of you are dissociating. The others just relaxing against a tree.
Zena's like walking around just very slowly.
And you start to pack up for the day and head on out. And here is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Good job, everyone.
Wonderful today, everybody. Wonderful.
You guys, or was that the longest night of my life?
The longest,
I feel it.
shittiest night of your life.
Considering that you kept failing those goddamn rolls,
I'm
and
surprised
you got that 20.
I was like, I rolled the worst original roll, but mine honestly, I mean, yes, bad things happen, but like, didn't seem as bad because it didn't just keep going.
I was very much expecting to roll bad, and then I just rolled the 20.
A little
I
bit
was
different
like,
from
huh.
last week, or 2 weeks ago.
And
Anyways, thank you everyone for tuning in for tonight's session. Tune in next week for Saturday Carnage Lands. Thank you. Have a lovely night.
Bye-bye. It
Try
cut
not to
like
have
half our
nightmare.
outro out.
Really?
Yes.
Fuck my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, tune in for more Anitza Kingdom and Carnage Lands next weekend, guys. We're gonna try to get it to you as soon as possible. Until next time, peace out, everybody.
Intermission.
Bye-bye.
Over.